comparisons of equality, right? Any doubt on this? Okay. So before moving further, there are some questions in your book wherein you have some if question and something is written percentage discount plus some exceeding 20,000, exceeding 30,000 or something. So what you will be doing is you will be calculating discount, and then if the amount is exceeding that much, you will add the money to it. Okay, so you just practice those questions. It's given in your book on page number, your last questions. These type of questions are also given in the right? Now, second thing is, let's say I have a question. Can you all write down? I have not given you that in practice. I want you to write down the question. Okay. Students of class 9, write down. Students of class 9 are appearing for an exam. Are appearing for an exam. Are you all writing down online, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you repeat?
Be louder, Manik. I can't hear you.
Ma'am, can you please repeat?
Students of class 9 are appearing for an exam. Some are giving offline. Some are giving online. And the others are not appearing at all. The others are not appearing at all. Write a menu-driven program to count the number of children in each category if the total number of students are 50. Write a menu-driven program to count the number of children in each category if the total number of students are 50. Naman, can you tell me what will we use in this? I'm saying a menu-driven program. What do I mean by menu-driven? Yes, Myra?
Ma'am, a switch case. We have to switch.
I told you whenever keyword for using switch case is menu-driven or user choice. If these two keywords are mentioned, then it becomes mandatory for you to use this. But if it is not mentioned, right, Naman? If it is not mentioned, you can do it with an if as well. But if this is mentioned in the program, you will be doing it with the switch case. Am I clear with it? Any doubts? They just mask इसलिए लगाते हैं. So over here, first of all, switch case. Second thing, raise your hands. On Online children, raise your hands. Second thing, proof. Nothing. Only Myra has raised her hand. Think logically. How many children we have to do it? 50. So we'll do it. Keep on doing it for one child at a time. Then 4. Now there are two things. 4 also
And counter variable.
and
Counter variable.
that is a separate thing. I am talking about right now the main concept what will be used over here. Right? Now it is a for, it is a switch. But how will we use it? Aaron, scratch your brain. Ruben. Okay, forget about 40, 50 children. How, if I have to do it for one child, whether he is in that category, in this category, or in this category, how will I do it? How will I do it using a switch? Arman. So I can say 0. I'll write down the menu-driven program. I'm just writing down scanner. I'm not writing down the entire Java syntax. You can write down that. Scanner fp is equal to new of scanner. This is not out. This is not in. Is this visible, children? Online?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So over here, I'm going to write down f.o.pl enter 0 for not giving, 1 for online, and 2 for offline. Menu is created. Is this correct? Now what?
Ma'am, for loop.
In? Let me take the variable as cs. This for choice. sc dot next thing. Now what? Switch. Switch cs. Then what should I write down? Online. Online children, raise your hands. Arnav, yes, Arnav.
Case 0 then statements.
Yes. 0. Now what? Now what will I do? Now what you people are sitting over here and some are sitting at home. How will I count that how many are over here? And how will I count how many are online? So the moment, let's say this is the class for the offline examination, this is the class for the offline examination, and that is the class for the online examination. So I have two classrooms created right now, right? So the moment a child logins there, one child increases for online. I should have in total 50 students. Are you getting it? In total 50 students. So one child gets online there, one child comes in the offline here. The moment a child enters the offline class, one child gets in the offline. Okay? And let's say there are some students who are being given an option, like you had been given a form yesterday. If there would have been, an option of not giving the exam, there, and there could be options that many of you might have selected that I don't want to give the exam at all, right? I can see the smiles behind your faces, right? So over there, somebody might have clicked on that. So in that case, you have the count of the number of children who want to give, the number of children who want to give online, and the number of children who do not want to give at all. Okay? So what I will do is, I will be enter 0 for giving, not giving. Before this, I will use a for. That means after the scanner. Okay? So after the scanner, I will put a for, and this for will be x equal to 1, x is less than equal to 50, and x plus plus. Now this statement, enter 0 for giving this, the user will be getting this 50 times. Each user will be getting it. Okay? So now you are getting this option over here. You are saying switch CS. If you say case 0, I say that it should be C++. Okay, I'll take it as N++ for not giving exam. Okay? And here I have the variable as N is equal to 0. Offline O is equal to 0. And OF, ON equal to 0. So this is for N++ break. Case 1, OF++ offline break, and case 2, on++ break. Children, did you notice over here? Otherwise, what step we have missed over here, which I have not written in general, which I have told you, or I have mentioned that it has to come over here only in a switch case. Can you tell me? Other than Myra? No? System not out. Otherwise, we say the input process output always go in the case, right? But why it is not going over here?
And we can put at the end.
Why? Come on, speak. Who was it? Hajdeep, was it you? Yes, Myra?
Ma'am, we should put it at the end because we don't want to show the incrementation at each step. We have to show just the final incrementation.
Yes, we want the final value to be displayed of all the, students who have opted for no exam, offline or online exam. So here the switch will close, and after the for, I will be printing over here. After the for, I will be printing system.out.println number of children not giving exam plus n system.out.println number of children online exam plus when number of children giving offline what? If it is not mentioned in the question, it is not mandatory. But if it is mentioned in the question that display a valid message or display something, so in that case, but if it is not mentioned to you, it is not mandatory that you will be giving, and your marks will also not be deducted, right? But if it is mentioned over there in the question that you have to display an invalid message for the default thing, and you do not write, at that time your points are. Are you getting it? Online children?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is this type of question clear to you? See, over here, what I have done a for within a switch. Okay? 1 and enter 3 for invalid choice. Now what will we do? Let's just now how do I print 1 to 10? How do we print 1 to 10? I'm not talking about case 1, case 2. I'm just asking you in general, how do we print the numbers from 1 to 10? 1 system dot out dot print 10 and 2. This way we will print. This क्या हो गया? Yes, nothing. We will use a for loop from 1 and we will go till 10. But here I am saying this is a menu driven program. Now menu driven program, enter 1 for printing 1 to 10, 2 for printing 10 to 1 and 3 for an invalid choice. So here I will say case 1 and in place of this for, in place of this case 1, here I will write down case 2 and case 3. I will use for x equal to 1, x is less than or equal to 10, x plus plus, and I will say s dot out dot println x and break. Now here I have used a for within a switch. I can use an if also over here. How? Let's say I have given you a question. I change the question now. I want, if you enter 1, I want the you to check whether the number entered is an even number or not. Okay? Enter 1 for checking whether the number entered is even number or not. You will tell me, Harman, what will we do? I know what you are asking. Did I say that you have to enter, you have to check for the number which is the choice? Then in this case, children, it is written clearly stated enter 1 for checking the number entered is even or not. So if I'm saying the number entered is even or not, that means you have to accept another number. Okay? So now what will I do? I will be changing my case and I'll say case n is equal to system dot out dot println enter a number and n is equal to sc dot next n. Remember children, the scanner class should be declared above the for, above the switch, above the if. Okay? And then if n percentage 2. Now, when I say if n percentage 2, now I have incorporated this if into a switch. Did you understand, online children? Any doubts on this? Yes, Tanish? Tanish?
No.
You have raised your hand. And if
No.
even, did I ask you to check enter is even or not, or just even? Or not is written. That means else part is mandatory in this. In case I would not have written or not, then you might not have written an else as well. It works without an else. Did you understand? Any doubt? So, n is even and then I'll say else for PLN. And then else f for PLN. Another form of switch. In the same way, you can do it for case 2 and case 3 and so on. Is that clear? Is this clear to you, online children? Any doubts on this?
No, ma'am.
Okay. direct question. Let's say if case is 1, the choice is 1, you have to find the area of rectangle, area of circle, area of square, whatever. So these are very easy ones. Different inputs inside the case. Length and breadth for case 1, input and then find the area. Radius for case 2, find the area. And side for case 3, find the area. In case, let's say this is a circle. Area of circle, circumference of circle. And diameter of circle. So now over here, is this circle common? But still, we will be inputting. Still, we will be inputting where? Inside. Okay, circumference, area, and diameter. The circumference of circle here, over here, this and this is common. Sorry, this circle is common, but still the input will be inside the case because the switch case is the only thing in which the input processing and output is within the case. You need to declare the variable outside. Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Tanish?
Ma'am, in this type of questions, ma'am, formulas will be given.
What?
The formulas for the
Yes, the
calculation.
formulas would be given. The formulas would be given as I gave it in the assignment also. I think I had given you for the diagonal thing. Formulas would be given. See, it is not recommended to declare variables inside the case. Why I tell you so? Because that becomes a habit. We can do it, but that when you write down that it becomes a habit for you, and later on, let's say when you will be doing with functions or maybe with something. At that time, when you will be declaring the variables inside the case and you will be accessing it in some other function, it will not be accessible. So I recommend not to adopt that methodology. Okay? We can do that. Okay? But I not recommend to do that. Is it clear to you? Any doubts on this? What's the time? Okay. So now if and tomorrow officially will be your last class. What? Want me to explain ternary operator? Anybody else want to know? I'll tell you separately. Kardiya se explain. You were not there, I think. I'll explain to you separately. Anyone else? So if you have any problems, please text me. Tomorrow it will be officially your last class before the exam. After that, I had spoken to ma'am and said you have taken lot of extra classes, lot of extra efforts. Now let them put the efforts. Okay? So if you have any doubts, please take out your doubts. Go home, study today. Check out the question paper. If you have any doubts, amicable number. You should be knowing the definition of that. Okay. Do you know what is abundant number? I had given you the question in the. I had given you the question in this. Do you want it? Okay. So let us discuss this one, abundant number. Now see what is an abundant number? Abundant number is a number in which the sum of the factors of any number. Okay. Okay. Let's discuss first how to find the factors of a number. You know, this is the drawback of this class that tomorrow we will be having an extra class in the morning at 9. You want me to take it from 9:40? Because we have it at 10:20. 10:20 we have an officially class starting from 10:20 to 11 o'clock. But do you want me to have it from 9:40? So that we will have a long extended class till 11 o'clock? Huh? No, let's do at 9:40. Okay? So I'll start from 9:40 till 11. Okay? Children, from 9:40 till 11 tomorrow extra class. Okay? In the morning. So over here, let's see factors. Now, if I have to find the factors of a number, the first thing we should know that any number is a factor of some other number if it is completely divisible by that number. Let's say I have the factor of 6. If I have to find the factor of 6, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay? So I am going from 1, I am dividing 1 by 6 and I am saying 6 by 1 and 1 6 the 6 remainder 0. 6, 2, 3 remainder 0. 6, 3, 2 remainder 0. So that means in every case the remainder is coming to be 0. Let's do it for 6, 4, 1, 4 remainder 2. So this is not a factor. Okay? This is how we check for the factor. Even 5 will not be a factor, 6 will be a factor of itself. Right? So that means what we are doing is we are dividing the number by all the numbers starting from 1 till the number. Do we know the number? We don't know. So we are saying till n x plus. Just hold on. So over here from 1 to n, okay, and you are saying if the number 6 is divisible by 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6. So in place of this, I say x. This is the mistake you do. I remember. N percentage x equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, then x is a factor. Okay? So if x is a factor, can I count the factors now? I can count. How will I count?
Count the value.
S plus 1. I am saying count the factors. Listen. And how can we sum the factors? Online children? Online children, how will we sum the factors? Am I audible?
Ma'am, by
Summing
using the count variable.
We will say another count. C is equal to C plus n. Okay? Sorry, not n, x. Okay? So if I want the average of the factors, I can print the average. Okay? Let's say after this, I have to count the average of the factors. I will say C divided by n. Okay? Now, if I say that, now I'm changing my question. So I need the abundant number says the factor, let's say if it is 12, factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And you don't have to count, you don't have to go till the number. Okay? So 6 is the highest factor in that case. So 6 is not is you have to add these factors. So for adding the factors, what will I write down? Online, what will I write down for adding the factors?
And sum is equal to sum plus x.
Yes, sum is equal to sum plus n. S is equal to s plus n. X. Now over here, sum has been found out. Okay? Some of the factors have been found out, right? Now I say that a number is an abundant number if the sum of the factors is, if the number is, the sum of the factors is exceeding the number? Yes. If the sum of the factors is greater than the number. So the sum of the factors is stored in which variable? Yes. After the for, I will come and check if s is greater than what? N.
N.
So then it is an abundant number, else it is not an abundant number. You can write down over here abundant number.
Ma'am, can you please show the blackboard?
What?
Show the blackboard. Thank you, ma'am.
Else not an abundant number. That means after the closing of the shift. Did you understand? In the same way, can you do it for the deficient number?
Yes, ma'am.
If it is less than n, that is a deficient number, otherwise it is not a deficient number. Easy? Any doubt? So this question I will not put in the answer. The answer is over here. Yes, if it is a perfect integer, then what will happen? 1, 2, 3, 4. That was in the, I think, video I had asked. It is in the video, it was there in the perfect. So if it is a perfect integer, the number is 6. So 1 plus 2 plus 3. So in that case, you have, it will be equal to n. Easy? Any doubt? If it is equal to n, it is a perfect integer, otherwise it is not a perfect integer. Any doubts on this? Yes. Now I want you to do this question tomorrow. Question number 12 of the worksheet and special 2-digit number. What is a special 2-digit number? I'll just discuss the logic of that. 2-digit number. Come on. Special 2-digit number. See, a number is a special 2-digit number if the sum of the products, sum of the, see, 59, extract 9, extract 5. 5 plus 9 is what? And multiply 5 into 9. Add them. You have to separate these two digits. So 59 percentage 10 will give you what? It is an end. What will this give you? 59 percentage 10? 9. And 59 divided by 10 will give you what? 5. Both the digits are separated. Add them. Nothing. This question was in the board examination. And you people think, we have to do for, we have to do what? Nothing doing. Just take a variable and percentage, and this is for the remainder, and this is for the, let's say first digit, second digit. First digit, second digit. And you have P is equal to F into S, and F sum is equal to F plus S. Then you have something else, let's say C is equal to P plus sum. If C is equal to the original number, then it is a special 2 Yes, children, we will be now continuing tomorrow in the extra class. Thank you, and you can leave now.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.